Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever episode of our brand new show, Construction Equipment News, your up-to-the-minute resource for the latest and greatest developments in the field of construction and demolition equipment. In today's episode, Kobelco launches a pair of new mini excavators, Caterpillar unveils the latest additions to its range of rotary cutters, Voltec joins the charge towards an electric future, and Epiroc has set its sights on the moon. This show is live and interactive, so please feel free to leave comments and questions in the chat, and I will get to them at the end of the show. Kobelco has introduced the Kobelco has announced the introduction of a pair of upgraded mini excavators. The SK34SR-7 and the SK39SR-7 are designed to replace the previous SK30SR and SK35SR models. The SK34SR weighs in at between 3.38 and 3.66 tons, which means it will be competing with the likes of the JCB 36C. The SK39SR, meanwhile, weighs in at between 3.7 and 4.06 tons, which puts it in the same class as the Kubota U36-4. Engine power on both models is uprated by 1 kilowatt, while larger bucket cylinders are said to provide an increase in bucket digging force. Both machines can be equipped with a dozer blade, because let's face it, what is a Kobelco mini excavator without a dozer blade? And they both feature an upgraded cab. That cab comes with DAB radio, Bluetooth and hands-free telephone functionality as standard. A standard 3.5-inch color display provides important information including operating history, maintenance cycle, and fuel and water temperature gauges. Now, one of the features of this show is that we want to get your say on the new Kobelco machines. We want to get your say on a lot of new machines, actually, in the coming weeks. So, we have created a new slot called Hot or Not. So if you think those Kobelco mini excavators are hot, please type hot into the chat. If you think they're not, then please type not. We will count up the votes at the end of the day and we will decide if you believe the new Kobelco machines are hot or not. You can find out more about those Kobelco machines in the link that I'm about to post in the chat. Now, next up, Caterpillar has underlined its commitment. Excuse me, got a bit of a frog in my throat today. Caterpillar has underlined its commitment to providing customers with attachments and work tools for all applications with the introduction of a brand new pair of rotary cutters, I keep saying crushers. The RC20 model weighs 1.34 tons and is suitable for carriers in the 20 to 34 ton class, while the larger RC30 model weighs 2.34 tons and is suitable for carriers from 28 to 50 tons. The rotary cutters can be manually turned either 90 or 270 degrees for work where space is restricted. But by adding an additional and optional hydraulic line kit, the rotary cutter can be turned up to 180 degrees for cleaning narrow trenches or working away from the machine for increased productivity. Both models are offered with full telematic support through Caterpillar's Vision Link and Product Linked systems. You can find out more about those using the link that I'm about to post in the chat. And next up, let me see, where are we? Yes, you can find out more about those in the chat. I missed one of the chats, but I can do that for you now. Now, there is plenty more to come in this show. But before we move on, I want to remind you that the Plantworks show, I'm wearing the right hat for it, the Plantworks show is now just 60 days away. Here is just a taster of what the show will have in store. Yes, if you haven't signed up already, you can do so right now using the link in the chat. The electrification of construction equipment has thrown up a number of unforeseen issues. Just how clean will that electrical power be? Can the national grid cope with this additional drain on its already limited capacity? How long will electric machines last, and what happens to the batteries when the machines reach the end of their working life? But while that debate carries on, electrification has actually opened the door to a number of new companies looking to put their stamp on the global construction equipment sector. One such company is Florida-based Voltec Equipment, which used the recent ConExpo exhibition to show off its new Sky 1000 compact skid steer. The machine is offered with 15 specialist attachments together with a hydraulic quick coupler. While the key attraction of the Voltec machine is likely to be sustainability, obviously, the company claims that maintenance requirements of the machine are about 70% lower than those for a diesel-powered machine of equivalent size. And you can find out more about that one as well in the chat, which I'm just about to post. And finally, Epiroc is clearly a company that's not lacking in ambition. While most of the construction equipment industry is focused on earth moving, Epiroc has set its sights a little further afield. And when I say a little further afield, I mean the moon. According to a statement from the company, Epiroc has signed a long-term collaboration agreement with iSpace that will involve Epiroc contributing technology and solutions for commercial moon missions. iSpace is a global lunar resource development company with a long-term vision of supporting human life by providing lunar transportation and gaining a better understanding of the moon's environment and available resources. Initially, iSpace will explore the lunar surface and collect relevant data of the moon, and as part of that effort, excuse me. As part of that effort, iSpace and Epiroc are partnering to develop technology and commercial solutions to be used as early as 2024, next year. Now, admittedly, the statement from Epiroc did arrive the day before April Fool's Day, but I have checked, and iSpace is for real. You can find out more about them using the link that I'm about to post in the chat. Now, if you were here at the top of the show, you will recall that I asked you all to decide on whether the new Kobelco machines were hot or not. Let's have a look through the chat. I think as far as I can see, we've had but one vote. Early days for this show, it's still finding its way. And as our friend Gary Muir has just said, hot. They would certainly get my vote for hot as well. I'm going to say good afternoon as well. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name, but somebody is watching us over on YouTube. Please, sir, madam, let us know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. But we're going to declare those Kobelco machines officially hot. CSW Groundworks, our mate Craig Williams, who was our prize winner this morning. Decent Plantworks promo. Thank you very much indeed. Peter McKenna, who is in his sick bed at the moment. Good afternoon to you, Peter. Middle for diddle. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that, but okay. And Glenn Johnston is back as well. Glenn was here this morning for our usual daily fare, which is the Breakfast Show. Just for those of you that don't know, the Breakfast Show takes place every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Wherever you're watching this, you can see it there as well. And we would love for you to join us if you possibly can. Jim Turner is here as well, another of our Breakfast Show another of our Fast Show regulars. Hot, if it digs well and the cab's big enough. Cab certainly looked the part. I do have a separate photograph of that if you'd like to see that. Not to hand, but I do have another photograph. So I think when all is said and done, we are going to say that those Kobelco machines are hot. A couple of things. We sometimes do a Saturday social show. There isn't one this week. So I'll be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday doing the Breakfast Show. But this show is now a fixture of your Friday afternoon, 1 p.m. every Friday, assuming that I'm actually in the office at the time. This show will be airing every single Friday at 1 p.m. in wherever it is that you're watching this. So without further ado, I'm going to let you get back to your day jobs. My original plan with this is that this show would be about 10 minutes plus chat. We are at 10 minutes and 19 seconds, so we've done awfully well. So I'm going to let you get back to the chat, or get back to your day jobs rather. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, queries, or anything else you'd like to share with us, then please do that in the chat, or drop me a line on social media, or just head over to demolitionnews.com and drop me a line via that. But until next week, and I hope you've enjoyed the new show. Hope you like the new format. Until I see you again, all the very best. Have a good day.